Hey guys, it's been a while. Did you miss me? Because I missed you. It's been a year since I've posted anything on YouTube, which is honestly kind of crazy to me because it does not feel like a whole year has passed. But when I think about where I was when I posted my last video and where I am now, it's honestly completely different and so much has changed, so it makes sense that it's been a year. So let me catch you up. In September 2024, I quit the job I was working, which was so scary and uncharacteristic for me. At that point, I'd been there for about 2.5 years, full-time for about a year, and it was a good job. My boss was incredible, I was being paid well in a field that I actually kind of studied, and it was stable. But I had no idea what I wanted to do. I had no idea who I wanted to be or what direction I wanted to take my life in. And the things I had hoped would pan out to a career earlier in the year never came into fruition, and I felt completely lost. Between this loss of purpose and a little bit of office drama that was going on, I didn't really want to stay there, but I didn't have anywhere to go. And honestly, if I was who I was 2 or 3 years ago, I would have stayed. I would have just tried to stick it out until I found my spark again or found my next thing, but I was miserable. So I prayed and prayed and prayed about it and finally felt comfortable enough to trust that if I left this job, which would have been for my happiness and honestly just for me, Jesus would have my back. And this was so significant because it's really one of the biggest things I've ever done for me, and it helped me realize that whatever I'm doing doesn't define who I am. My job, my career, my student life doesn't define who I am. Who I am is found in Jesus, and that never changes. Everything I do just adds to that, and if anything, I define who I am in the opportunities presented to me. Okay, so I quit my job. Now I'm unemployed. No direction in life and low-key still miserable because while quitting my job was very freeing, I still struggled with a sense of direction in my life. After a very blessed, providentially timed conversation with a friend, he basically just gave me a reality check and told me to just hang out with people and trust in God because everything would work itself out, which was exactly what I needed to hear. And the Lord really did come through. Of course, I had to put in the work and apply to things and do interviews, but when the Lord has a plan for you, as long as you are open, nothing can stop him. Well, I got a job in January at a different optometry clinic, and I've been so happy there. The office is a lot bigger, and it's filled with people like me who don't exactly know where they're going in life, but are trying new things and working hard, which is the exact environment I needed to be in. And then also from my friend's advice, I started talking to other people about careers in different fields. I always knew I wanted to work in healthcare and wanted to be a nurse, but really, it was only because I didn't know what else was in the healthcare field. So after a conversation with my friend in October, she encouraged me to apply for sonography, and after looking into it a little, I decided to just do it. I was at the point where I was ready to just try something, anything, just to get the ball of life rolling again. I studied hard for the entrance exams, which I actually vlogged and may post someday, and handed everything in and applied, leaving the rest of it in God's hands. And I got in. After an amazing, fruitful summer with so many trips to Rome, the States, and to see family locally, I started school this past September. I'm still working part-time at the clinic as well, just to make some money on the side, and I'm volunteering at my church. So my plate is very full, but I feel so satisfied. It feels like many things that I've been praying for in the last couple of years finally worked out. And honestly, I don't really know if this is going to be my career, but I know this is where the Lord has called me, and that's all I can ask for in life. So, what's the takeaway? If you take away one thing from this video, let it be this: trust in God. I know it's such a blanket statement and it feels so obvious, but really just trust in him in everything. In the tiniest of things to the biggest, scariest things, your life is in his hands and he loves you and he will care for you. And once you've made that decision to trust him, cling to it like a lifeline. Tell yourself over and over again that he will come through. When you've decided to trust God, don't doubt anymore. It's contrary to the decision you've made. In his timing, he will work it out. This story I just told you was a year and a half, 2 years in the making. It took me a full year to get where I am from my last job to this job, at peace with where I am in my life, and there's still so much work to do. Okay, I could yap on about this forever because of how good God has been to me, but really, just be patient, trust that in his timing, things will work out for you. That relationship, that career, that school program, whatever it is, in the Lord's time, it will work out. He keeps his promise, and he is faithful forever. And how lucky we are to have a God like that. And just one last thing before I go, I'm so excited to start posting again. I just want to have a space for my creativity and where I can share the things that I find exciting in life. I saw this TikTok recently about this girl talking about how she tries not to be jealous of what people are doing or where they are in life, because the things that take up the most time or the things that they're best at are just the things that they're prioritizing. So if you want to get better at that thing, then you just need to rearrange your priorities and spend more time on the thing that you want to get better at. It's obviously a pretty general sentiment, and there are a lot of nuances and situations where it doesn't really apply, but it did really make me think about my priorities, what I'm prioritizing and what I would like to prioritize. And my creative outlet is definitely one of those things that I want to work on prioritizing. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to post another video soon. I am rambling a little bit, so I'm going to cut it off here, but thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you want to follow along. I personally think it's really fun and would love if you followed along. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Love you. Bye.